Hello everyone, I am Denzel Edward Pinto, Faculty in Economics, Milagres College, Mangaluru. In previous videos, we have discussed on meaning, scope, nature of business economics, also economic laws. And today's video, we are going to discuss on business environment. So what is business environment? The environment within which the business has to operate and to running a business unit successfully. Every business firm has to work beyond the environment. It refers to all those factors which are external, beyond the control of individual business firm and their management. So total it is the total surroundings which have a direct or indirect bearing on the functioning of a business unit. So what are the classifications? There are some classifications of business environment. What are they? They are classified into two, economic factors and non-economic factors, where business firm has to work. So first one is economic system under economic factors. So different nations or countries have different economic system where business firm has to work. So there are capitalist, socialist, communalist, feudalist and mixed economy. And Indian economy we have mixed economy. Second one is economic structure. Now where they are classified into three, primary, secondary, tertiary. Economic conditions. There are various economic conditions where business firm has to work. GDP, per capita income, market for goods and services, availability of capital, foreign exchange reserves and growth of foreign trade. Next is economic policies. There are various economic policies, export-import policies, fiscal policies, industrial policies, monetary and foreign investments. Monetary policy. Now, monetary policy is nothing but circulation of money and credit. So, there are two, inflation and deflation. So, here central bank holds or controls the monetary policy in every nation. Next is scarcity resources. Now, economic teaches the resources are scarce. So, here it explains about what to produce, how to produce. Next is non-economic factors. So they are political factors, social factors, technological factors, demographic factors, natural factors, legal factors and historical factors. So we will discuss one by one. Now what is political factors? It is a political system, government policies and attitude towards the business community. Here government frames the policies and where the business firm has to follow these all government policies. Second one is social factors. It is related to the society, customs, traditions, value beliefs, literacy and life expectancy rate. Technological factors, different methods. Now earlier we had traditional methods, now all firm has to adopt the modern methods where they have to work and they have to produce more goods and services. Then techniques and approaches. Production of goods and services and its distribution all comes under the technological factors. Then next is demographic factors. It is depends on the size, density and growth rate of the population. If the population is more, the producer has to produce more goods and services so that they can supply and reach the demand for the consumers. Next is natural factors. Now here natural factors are like geographical or ecological. They depend on natural resources like weather, climate, location aspects. So weather, climate, these all are mercy, okay, by the nature. So business firm cannot deal with this, only they have to work on it. Next one is legal factors. Now legal factors, every business firm has to obey the legal factors. Whatever government, whatever court gives the decisions, the business firm has to follow these rules and regulations. Next one is historical factors. It is like capitalism or colonialism. So these are the economic factors and non-economic factors of business environment. So next one is we'll discuss on business objectives. Now what are the business objectives? Now what is first of all business objective? It is the performance and result directly affect survival and prosperity of a business. Responsibility of a business manager is to achieve the business objectives of the business he manages. Business objectives are to be framed within the socio-cultural framework, and these objectives are very important for every business firm to achieve or to success their goal. So they are classified into 6. They are profit maximization, sales maximization, human objectives, social objectives, national objectives, and other objectives. Now, what is profit maximization? The primary goal or objective of every business firm is to maximize its profit. Without profit, business firm cannot think about the expanding its production. So major objective of every business firm is, or primary objective of a business firm is, profit maximization. It is very necessary for expansion and growth of business. It ensures continuous flow of capital and extension of business operations in future. So it serves as a barometer of stability, efficiency, and progress of every business firm. If a business firm has the ability, he has a stability and the efficiency, definitely he can achieve the profit maximization in his business firm. So what are the causes? Preventing potential competitions, preventing government intervention, maintain consumer goodwill, attainment of industrial leadership, and restraining of demand for higher wages. Next one is a sales maximization. Now what is sales maximization? It's an alternative goal of profit maximization. So this Professor William J. Baumol says. So he says it is an alternative goal of profit maximization. So it is nothing but maximization of sales revenue. So what are the reasons? Financial institutions evaluate the success and strength of the firm in terms of rate of growth of its sales revenue. So it increasing sales revenue over a period of time gives prestige to the top management. Growing sales means higher salaries and better perquisites. Larger and increasing sales help the firm to obtain a bigger market, which also gives a greater competitive power. Next one is human objectives. So here it requires careful consideration and well-being of employees, shareholders, consumers, and the government. Business must recognize the dignity of labor and human factor because it ensures job satisfaction. If labor gets job satisfaction, definitely a business firm can achieve more production in the production firm. Business can facilitate self-development of worker by encouraging creativity and innovations. Employees should be allowed to take part in a decision-making process also. That is a very mandatory, or it will helpful for the business firm, involving the laborers into taking various decisions. Consumers should be supplied with quantitative and qualitative products to pay fair returns to the shareholders and creditors. For example, dividends and interest. Being helpful to the government, contribution of funds. That is also very important. Helping the poor or providing sponsors or donations or pay taxes honestly at the right time. So next one is social objectives. It is a part of a society, cannot grow and survive. So social objectives is also the important objective of the business firm. It supplies of quality goods and services. So every business firm has to supply quality goods and services, and quality goods and services within a reasonable price. So definitely every business firm, if he supplies quality goods and services within a reasonable price, he can achieve a maximum profit by attaining or by attracting the consumers. Employees must be given fair wages and salary. Reasonable profits should be distributed to employees. It helps to increase the motivation and efficiency too. To provide healthy and safety work environment, improve productivity. So it provides opportunity for gainful employment of the society. So next one is national objectives. It should contribute sustainability, for upliftment of the nation. The business firm has to work for the nation built. Big firms should encourage the small scale industries because government alone cannot support the small scale industries. So that is why the big firms should help the small scale industries so that they can grow, and it also help the national economy. It should give preferences to backward regions, or it is necessary for peace and progress. The big firms not only has to work or start business in the big cities, also they have to go for regional areas or backward areas or rural areas so that they can improve these areas too. Judicious allocation and optimum utilization of scarce resources, because resources are very scarce. Optimum utilization, it is very important for every business firm. It is not only a loss to the business firm, also to the nation. It helps in increasing exports and reducing dependence on imports. And other objectives. A firm has certain economic and non-economic objectives. Creating customers, the important one. Okay? How to create the customers? Must supply better quality goods and services at a reasonable price. First one. Second is long-term survival. Now what is long-term survival? It is nothing but goodwill of the people. So if consumer satisfied with the production or goods supplied by the producer, definitely producer can expand the production in the market and success in the production. Next one is business firm has to go for new innovations like dynamism and changes. The business firm has to go for new design, better machines, improved techniques and new varieties. Definitely the consumers will be attracted towards the products produced by the producers. And next one is financial soundness. Now here, financial soundness, definitely banks gives preferences to security, to profitability. So when banks gives the security or preferences to give the security, the business firm has to utilize those capital, and they have to produce more goods and services. So these are the business objectives. So in this video we have learned or studied about the business environment where business has to work on external or the environment and also the business objectives. Thank you.